Okay, so let's get started. I just want to do a few with you and then let you guys work the whole period. This is just picking up where we left off on Friday. We did a little bit of this. So and you have to do it just like it says here on another piece of paper. So that's why I handed out a piece of paper for you. So go ahead and write down number 1, and I'll do the first, let's say, 4 with you. And after you finish, please show it to me, and then you can start on the Khan Academy assignment. Let's do tomorrow. And then you have a day off. And you have a day off. Okay? So here we go. Write down everything you see. Okay. So you're going to add, subtract, then multiply, divide. Of course, since this is subtraction, we added. Since this is multiplication, 4 times x, we divided. Show both steps of algebra, please. Don't skip anything. Don't go like 4x is greater than 24 and just put 8. Please show me the dividing by 4 to prove that. Okay? It is. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. Is it Monday? Yes. Okay. There we go. Very good. And now let's read the directions so we know what to do here. We solved the inequality. We did that. Draw a straight line connecting the inequality that describes the solution set. So there's dots here. There's dots on the other side. So we have to find x is greater than 6, which is right here. And you draw a straight line from this dot to that dot. So you might have to use a straight edge of some sort to make it work, or maybe not. Okay. And then the line will cross a number and a letter, and then you go down here, and let's say it looks like if you draw a straight line, it's going to go 5 and E, right? So you go down here and you put E for 5. Okay. All right, so and then let's do just a few more. So number 2. So let's subtract. This is a plus 36. Let's subtract 36 both sides. There we go. So that equals 0. So 2 times what is going to be less than 4 minus 36. Now 36 minus 4 is 32. So 4 minus 36 would be negative 32. So all these are called two-step equations because there's 2 steps of algebra. There's an adding, subtracting step, and then there's a multiplying. Actually, all of these are going to be a dividing step. There's no multiplying step on these. So we get x is less than negative 16. And then you find x is less than negative 16, which is right here. And it looks like if you draw a straight line here, I don't know if I can do that. Let's see here. Tools. There you go. Draw that straight line, you can see that 18 should be S. So then you go down below and you make sure 18 has an S. Okay, let's do number 3. Now there's something important on number 3 we have to talk about. Let's see if you guys can remember. So here's the variable, so we got to subtract. This is a positive 10, so we have to subtract 10 both sides first. Maybe work away from the variable first. Now we have negative 8x is greater than 16. And we can divide both sides by negative 8, same sign. Now what should I do here? What's the special step here? Everybody remember it? I divided by a negative, right? So you got to change that inequality sign to a less than. So negative 8 divided by negative 8 is 1. We're left over with x. 16 divided by negative 8 is negative 2. So if you need to, remind yourself, write a little note, switch sign when dividing by a negative. By a negative. So anytime we have a negative anything x, then we'll end up switching the sign because we have to divide by that same negative. So let's go back here. We need to look for x is less than negative 2. So we go here. X is less than negative 2. Found it. Let's see. I go here, here, here. X is less than negative 2. So 3 should be, assuming that's a L or an I, not sure. One of those two. So down below, make sure you put, for number 3, you put an I. Oh yeah, it's an I because here's an L right here. So that's an I. One more, then I'll let you guys go to work. As you can see, it's a lot of reviews, so it shouldn't be too, should be very doable, able to finish by the end of the period. Let's do number 4. Now, are we going to have to flip the sign on number 4? Yes, you can tell from the very beginning, since the number in front of the variable is negative, so we will end up flipping this sign. So you can figure that out ahead of time. But first, we have a -1, so I'm going to add 1. That equals 0. We got negative 6 times what is less than 24. And divide by negative 6 everywhere. And since we divided by a negative, flip that sign. Don't forget to flip that sign. So we got x is greater than negative 4. Greater than. Let's see. Let's try this again. There's Khan Academy. There we go. Alright, so we got tools, markup, careful, fine. Okay. And this was, what was the answer? X is greater than negative 4. Greater than equal to. Is that right? There we go. Yeah, greater than equal to. Alright, so 10 should be O. Okay. Alright, so that is what your work should look like on your paper. Okay. Rewrite the question, show the 2 steps of algebra, the adding, subtracting, and then the dividing. And then, just for good measure, probably box your answer so it's clear, easy to find. And when you finish, can show me, and I'll mark you off on School Loop for the day. And then you can start Khan Academy if you have enough time. Okay, so that's your assignments for today and tomorrow. Let's finish this and the Khan Academy tomorrow. That should keep us going into our little mini weekend Veterans Day holiday on Wednesday. Okay? All right. Good. Okay, go to work.